Hi everybody, my name is Garrett Albrecht and I'm here to kind of present my book of who I had picked to represent as my leader. It's called I Know Hero. It's written by Victor M. Villarreal. My grandmother's brother, my great uncle, Uncle Johnny, actually served in the 1st Air Cav back in Vietnam. And through research that my grandparents did trying to figure out more about her brother, they ended up taking a trip just last year, just within the last 6 months, down to Fort Hood. And they stumbled into this book and we're talking to some of the folks on staff, and the name sounded familiar because she'd read it in a few of the letters. And it ended up that Villarreal was in platoon together. He was the platoon leader at the time. He also served with a different group in the 12th Cavalry Division later on during his military career. My great uncle was actually the best man at his wedding, and that was unknown to my grandparents. So it was kind of intriguing, and she dove into the book. I actually ended up getting to meet Mr. Villarreal. He's still alive today, and got a couple copies of the book, and we got a couple copies signed. And she gave them to all of her grandkids and kids and everything, and wanted us to read it. And I'm super glad that I did. The book not only goes through his backstory. Mr. Villarreal was actually born in a rural village in northern Mexico, and he actually immigrated to the United States, and he was a migrant worker throughout the United States. He went through the public school system here in the U.S. in Big Wells, Texas. Throughout that time, he was actually kind of brought up in ways under individuals that had served in the Army. He hit 18, of course, he gets drafted. People would tell him, like, don't volunteer for anything. You know, you need to just stay calm, like, keep your head low, do what you need to do, get out. First day he gets there, he volunteers for something and ends up becoming a platoon leader later on. In many cases, helping save my uncle and the rest of his platoon by his service that he gave and everything. You know, Mr. Villarreal, and let me check, I'm going to read this correctly, I don't want to mess any of this up, but he was decorated for service in combat with a Silver Star, Bronze Star, 2 Air Medals, 1 Purple Heart, the Army Commendation Medal, the Combat Infantry Badge, and several other medals for service in the combat zone. A highly decorated individual. In fact, I believe at the end of his career, he became a Border Patrol agent in Texas, which he never thought he would ever do. After he retired from Border Patrol, also retired from the Army Reserve as a Lieutenant Colonel. I can go into some of the stories. The book is comprised in a way that it goes through his life, and then it goes through kind of just what happened in a row, like the different battles, the different traveling trips. Some are funny, some are really intense, especially for the Battle of LZ Grant, including the 4th attack on LZ Grant, which is not really written in the history books. It was accounted by him, and also noted by other individuals that had to participate in that battle. It goes into his funny stories as a border agent, or how to compensate for the creativity that was coming about during the time that he was there. And in each of those stories, Mr. Villarreal actually displays leadership in multiple different facets, whether it's by his actions, whether it's by what he does to lead individuals, and how he leads individuals. One story, in fact, he was stuck in a bunker with the rest of his platoon. There was a choice to send a man across, order somebody to go and take out. One of his men kind of looks at him, and it gave him that look like, what am I going to do? Are you going to do something, or am I going to do something? It was kind of that test to see if he really had the steel. He himself went over there, cleared the bunker, and cleared it out, saved the mission for his platoon, which earned him a lot of respect from the men. In fact, later on throughout the story, that exact incident is what led some of his men to sacrifice themselves for the rest of the platoon and for the cause that they're fighting for, which is absolutely profound and astounding that an individual can influence so many people like that in such a high-stakes situation, especially an individual that was originally not born in the United States. You know, he didn't have to have that passion for a country that wasn't his own, but he made this country his own. He made it what he loved and what he fought for, and that's the beautiful thing. He was prepared to fight and die for individuals from years to come, including me and you. And for that and many reasons more, that's basically why I think he's a great leader. My grandmother absolutely loved getting to meet him, and absolutely loved getting to hear about her brother and stories about her brother. Amazing to me, because I didn't get to know my great uncle. He passed away when I was 1, and it was a long time ago. Through this and through his stories and through his leadership, I got to get to know a little bit about who my great uncle was as well. And that's just kind of a blessing. So if you want to check it out, the book is called I Know Hero. It's a fantastic read. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate y'all's time.